As we go into week 11 of lockdown, I just want to give you a few leadership tips that hopefully will be really helpful for you at this specific moment. Many of you have described to me how leading at the moment feels like you've gone from serving and playing tennis on the park court, and all of a sudden you find yourself on #1 court or centre court at Wimbledon. And it feels like the attention is on you and the demands of the decisions have bigger consequences on people's lives and futures than they ever have before. And you desperately want to serve that ace on your first serve, but how do you do that well? So here's 3 things that may help you in this season. Firstly, set the pace. Pace is vitally important for us as leaders right now if we're going to sustain ourselves through the recovery period and the reconstruction period. We've been running hard during the response time, meeting needs, getting services online, delivering products in different ways, getting our teams working remotely. But actually we're recognizing that actually this is going to go on for a long time. So how do we set the pace in a way that's sustainable for us and for our teams over the long haul? My wife Heather ran the London Marathon when she turned 40, and she picked up this technique from the LA leggers, the Los Angeles leggers who run along Malibu Beach, and they train for the marathon if they haven't run it before by running 1 minute, walking a minute, running a minute, walking a minute, and then they build that up towards marathon day, so they're running 9 minutes and then walking a minute. But on marathon day, when you set off and you're surrounded by 40,000 people in the London Marathon, it feels really weird to stop and pause for that 1 minute at the end of 9 minutes, because the men dressed as caterpillars are running past you and the women dressed as toilets are running past you, and everybody's looking at you and going, why are you walking now? You've only been running for 9 minutes. But that vital rest means that when you get to mile 18 or 19 and everybody else is slowing down and they're burning out, that actually you're just picking up pace and you're running at a sustainable pace to finish that marathon really, really well. So if you want to ace your leadership, firstly, set the pace in a sustainable way. Secondly, if you want to ace your leadership, then create space. That 1 minute breathing space is vitally important to rest, to get perspective, to meet with others, to go for the walk, to set your horizon a bit longer, to actually just breathe and get the space. Because actually this next season is going to be packed with multiple decisions. The decisions we make next week about what we're going to do, we might have to redo them the week after, and redo them the week after, and redo them the week after. So just creating that space for you and the team where you can breathe and breathe deeply and get perspective is going to be vitally important as you move forward. And thirdly, if you want to ace your leadership, then have grace. So one of the big challenges at the moment is nobody's an expert. Nobody's an expert. We haven't been here before. We can pick up tips from blogs and videos like this, but actually we haven't been here before. So you're going to make decisions and some of them are going to fail. And actually we must learn to fail quickly, to have grace with ourselves, to pick ourselves back up, and to have grace with those around us as well, so that actually we can create an environment where we can try and we can experiment and get it wrong. We pick ourselves back up, we learn from that, we acknowledge the failures, and then we press on. So be kind to yourself, have grace with yourself this week as we go into week 11. So if you want to ace your leadership during this time, you want to hit that ace on centre court on Wimbledon, then firstly, set the pace, make it sustainable. Secondly, create some space, just breathe deeply. And thirdly, give yourself and others around you some grace. I hope you found that's really helpful as you think about going into week 11 and all that's ahead over this next season in leading your organisation well.